Welcome back, and today we got another Metro Exodus trailer.
Oh, excellent, because we are really looking forward to this one.
It's a nice short one, though, unfortunately, but this is about the mutants, so...
I remember was looking forward to the game.
Oh, yeah, we are looking forward to the game. Well, you are. I'm on PC, so I'm a bit...
Ha! Yeah, that's a whole story for another time.
Story,
we don't need to worry about that bit, but yeah, we've done a weapons trailer already, haven't we?
We have done a weapons trailer.
Like, so we've got a mutants trailer.
We've had some gameplay, and this is the mutants.
It's great, so let's see if you make a guest appearance.
Funny, yeah, you're a comedian.
Yep, that's post-apocalyptic.
The bombs
certainly
have fallen,
is.
the highly radioactive dust has mostly settled, and the survivors of the human race have fled underground in a bid to survive, deep into the bowels of the Moscow subway. The Metro series drops players into this nightmarish post-apocalyptic future, with the first two games in the series, Metro 2033 and Last Light, delivering a terror-filled, claustrophobic journey through tunnels and stations, teeming with horrifying abominations. Plus, there's mutants. And with the third installment in the series, Metro Exodus, due for release on February 15th, main character Artyom will once again be reaching for his trusty Kalash, only this time departing the Metro on an epic
keep saying it, but it looks so
journey
fantastic.
across Russia. But before you venture out into this vast post-apocalyptic landscape, you need to be prepared. In this 3-episode miniseries, we're going to both look back at what we need to know from the previous games in the series and gaze ahead at what's new in Metro Exodus. Think of this as your faithful gas mask to filter out any poisonous ignorance.
Yep, might need that.
Despite the dangers of this post-apocalyptic future, humanity clings to life in the stations of the Moscow Metro, the largest of which contains glimpses of pre-war civilization. There's bars, markets, and even a bit of theatre.
As full of people as that shows in certain areas.
And while the majority of Artyom's journey in 2033
so I was just wondering why there's ballet dancers in the theatre
within the cavernous warren of the underground metro
Were they ballet dancers?
On occasion, need arises
like
for him to
little
set
go-go
foot on
girls.
the treacherous surface. The Russian capital is now but a shell of crumbling
look at
buildings,
that.
burned out cars, and even the remains of a plane brought down as the bombs fell.
It's supposed to be pretty cold there.
I'd sure hate to know the terror that these people all went through.
Apart from that bit there, that looks a bit hot. You get actually in a plane crash. Oh, I'm guessing that's from the previous game. Maybe. You said
That's
flashback.
it, I'm never sleeping again. Metro Exodus, on the other hand, will take players permanently outside of the Metro, as the main characters undertake a train journey across the slightly still irradiated but recovering Russian landscape. Whereas the previous games were largely claustrophobic affairs, Exodus will drop players in a series of sandbox survival environments. Huge areas to explore at will, each with unique factions, ecology and wildlife. There will always be a critical narrative path though, driving the story forward, but those brave enough to venture off the track could be rewarded with new supplies, new gun parts, or new friends.
Oh, hello.
And speaking of nightmarish monsters, 2033 and Last Light feature a gruesome cast of tunnel-dwelling monstrosities, including the wolf-like Watchmen, which hunt in packs, giant aggressive river shrimp, which also hunt in packs, and something called the Librarian, which I can only assume is some kindly old lady. Oh no, I assumed wrong.
Oh, Kevin, there you are.
At least the spiders are small. Oh, good lord, kill it with fire.
Yeah, swooping.
In Exodus, however, now that Artyom and crew have left the tunnels behind, we can expect to see a whole load of new mutants. Creatures whose mutated biology has not been constrained by a life underground. So far, trailers and gameplay has introduced us to these horrifying human-animal things called humanimals.
Humanimals? Really? That's original.
They are terrifying, but at least they're mindless idiot. Oh god, he just threw a brick. They're smart. Run. Thankfully, not all mutants in Exodus wish to brick you to death. There's a whole post-apocalyptic ecosystem out there to discover, complete with mutated wildlife, all interacting with one another. The mutants you encounter will also vary depending on the weather and time of day, thanks to the new dynamic weather system.
That's good, that ain't
day-night cycle.
The weather system in there.
The lighting and weather and everything is
change the time of day and then head outside at midnight into the pitch dark because, you know, I have no idea why you would do that. In the next episode, we'll be exploring combat and survival in the Metro series.
That could be handy.
What do incoming players need to know from the previous games, and what's new in Exodus? Find out next week.
Right, yeah. It says it all there, doesn't it? Oh, it's all going for it. Combat and Survival is the name of the game in the next trailer, and we will be covering that here at Hypetrain, so be sure to subscribe. But are you even more hyped for this? Possibly, Kev. I mean, are you going to go down the route of Epic Games?
Well, to be fair, if it's a reasonable price, it won't really matter.
I don't actually look at what the price was in the UK.
No, I don't know, but I mean, if it gets messed up, whatever, they'll sort it out.
Why would it get messed up?
Well, that's it.
Just because you're a loyal Steam fan?
Well, that's only because I sometimes I've got so many games on the computer, take them off and then re-download them. I don't think you can with Epic. So you've got to keep
really?
As far as I know, you've got to keep it on there.
So I can appreciate why Epic Games are trying to buy the big games or get hold of the big games. They're an ever-growing company, whether you like it or not. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Just some people are a bit suspicious of recent activity and how they dealt with their custom in the past. Are you a bit concerned about this? Are you now going to wait what is probably going to be at least a year for this to come out on Steam?
I might. I don't know.
Don't need to worry if you're on PS4 or Xbox.
No, that's it. Maybe I might be cheap to buy one of them.
less chance of getting corrupted on your account.
I just sold my other one.
Shame that one, ain't it? I think we'll leave that there anyway, but we're loving the look of Metro Exodus, and it lands like in the next week or so, and any more trailers, and we're going to take a look here anyway. Big thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Catch you on the flip side.